Okay. Oh, hello, fellow oculators. Dave Drawing here. Have you ever had any problems with working up a good sweat while you're playing a game and your lenses get a little foggy? Well, I suffer from that little problem myself, and I have been hoping for a solution, and I believe that I may have found it. Stay tuned. Anyway, super helpful, really good guy. Hello, fellow oculators. Dave Drawing back again with another video for you. This time we're going to show you another great invention from our friends at Bobo VR, people that brought you the M2 Halo style strap that a lot of us know and love. I know I like mine. And so you get your rig all set up the way you want it. Everything's working fine, but you find that it's a little warm in that headset when you're doing something vigorous, like working out or even playing a lot of the games where you really get to hopping around. And some people have their lenses fog up, some people wear their glasses and those lenses fog up, and it can be a real pain. But the Bobo VR people, I think they've got the solution to that, and I'll show you. Just got this, and I think it's the answer to all the problems with fogging lenses and so on. This is the Bobo Vr F2, which would be a great counterpart to the M2. So let's hit this thing out and have a look, shall we? Put our rig aside for now and have a look at this thing. Put this up. Very secure packaging. It's super easy to open. Alright, so what do we have in here? We've got the always important instructions, a big old microfiber towel, the special facial interface that comes with it, got the little vents in it, so we can draw air in from the bottom and blow it out the top. Right here, I would say, is the unit. Let's have a look. C to C charging cord. There it is. Bobo Vr F2. Yeah, have a nice look at that. Kind of looks like a grill of a vehicle. It's kind of slick looking. Got a C charging port, and I have a close look. It looks like it has a 2-speed fan. A little indicator light. Oh, it's very quiet. I can't hear anything. That's great. Can you hear that? Yeah. That's on high, so put it on low and got nothing. See how we assemble this thing? First thing we want to do is remove our facial interface, which is real simple. If you haven't changed one before, they just pop right out, just like that. Now when you put the new one in, everything will line up just the same as the old one. This is actually an aftermarket one. Also with vents, but you need a special one that comes with the F2. Now it has the F2 facial interface has a removable nose flap. Some people like those. Some people that'll block all the light that wants to come in around your nose. But some people find that it makes a little less air. Also, but with the fan, it may be that you can have your nose guard in there to block the light, but you'll still be able to have more airflow. So that's what this is all about. We're going to find out. All right, so we'll put our new interface in. Just line up everything. I find that lining it up on the bottom first helps. Get it clicked into place. And once your interface is clicked in, top and bottom, you get your F2, and it has these two little intake ports, and you'll see the corresponding intake port's in the top of the interface. You put that on, line up the holes, and click. You feel both sides click in, and it's on there. There you go. And that's really all there is to the installation. Now, it has its own battery, but you can plug into your Oculus to run it off of the battery in the Oculus if you want to have more time. Now, I'm not sure what the runtime is on this because I haven't had a chance to try it out yet, but we'll get a runtime on that so we know what we're dealing with. Okay. Now, if you're like me and you use a battery pack, and obviously we have a little bit of a problem with charging that. So what we'll have to do, well, what I plan to do is, this is a great little cord for just reaching, the charging port. But since I kind of play a little longer than 2 hours at a time, so I use a battery pack like a lot of us do. And fortunately, most battery packs, maybe not all, but most have more than one output. Now I'm using the C output on my battery pack to keep my headset charged. So what I'll do, I have several other short cords, and we'll just plug into one of our other outputs on the battery pack and plug that into the F2. We're going to give this thing a little test drive and see what it feels like. I wear glasses all the time, but I don't wear them when I'm using my Oculus because I have prescription lenses in there. It's very helpful. Those are from reloptics.com. Great company to get those from. Something to keep in mind if you wear glasses and you don't want to wear them with your headset. So let's see, there's our, okay. We'll turn it on low. Hey, I can actually feel a little air movement there. Yeah, it's coming out the top. Now on low setting, it's not a lot of airflow, but you can definitely feel it. You can feel it pulling up through the bottom here, and then coming out this top vent. So I'm going to put it on the higher setting. There we go. That's it. You can just hear it, but I think once you're in a game or an app, whatever sound is coming from that, I doubt very much if it would be an issue. But you can definitely feel the air blowing out this top vent and pulling in the bottom. Oh yeah. Like I said, it's not like a super cooling fan that's going to blast around, but you don't want too much air moving across your, the front of your face, across your eyes, because I think that would make someone tear up or dry out your eyes or whatever. But I think the main idea with this is just to have enough air moving to where your lenses won't fog, and I think that would be perfect for that. So I'm going to take this thing and actually play some games and see what it's like. And I'll come back and let you know how it turns out. I'll see you in a few. Okay, so I'm back. I've got some pretty good news. I went and first thing I did was I fully charged the F2, and I've got some notes here. It took, fresh out of the box, without any use except for the little test I did earlier in this video. It took 35 minutes to charge it all the way up. It's got a little indicator light on there. Then I put my headset on and I played Beat Saber I put it on low, and I played Beat Saber for an hour and 52 minutes. I didn't have any fogging. Then I switched to Super Hot, and I played Super Hot on high. I turned it up all the way, and I played for an hour and 38 minutes. And I decided I was going to play until the thing stopped blowing. So I almost gave out before it did. Math, right? So 52 minutes, 38 minutes, that's 90 minutes. That's 90 minutes is an hour and a half. So 3.5 hours of pretty much non-stop play, half on low, half on high. So that's pretty good. Then I put it on a wall charger that came with the Oculus and plugged it in, and let it charge until it was done, and that took 2 hours and 38 minutes. That's from it being, you know, fully depleted until fully charged was 2 hours and 38 minutes. So that's pretty good. I want to see what the I went and got the instructions out just to see what they had to say, because, you know, instructions are very important. It says on low it should run 4.5 hours, and I believe that, because I ran it for just under 2 hours on low and got another more than an hour and a half out of it on high. So I'd say you could easily get 4 or 4.5 hours out of it on low speed. If you put it on it's a second gear. English, huh? Anyway, on high it says 3.5 hours. That's pretty good. I mean, if you want it on high and you're really getting a good workout, you could, this will run almost 2 times longer than the headset will run, each on their own battery. Yeah, it's hard to beat. And it says full charging time 2.5 hours to fully charge it. So, and let's see, it took my 2 hours 30, okay, a little over 2.5 hours. It performed flawlessly. I could not hear anything from it, even on high, when I was playing the game. You may notice that I solved the problem of charging. I've got a big battery bank that I use. Any size battery bank is good. Mine, it has multiple outlets, so I took a short cord and ran it from one of the regular USB outlets on my battery pack, and then since I have this coiled cable for charging my headset, I ran the short cord through the coil, which I thought we kept it nice and neat, and it comes out the front of the coil and just loops around the front here and plugs right into the F2 fan. And so I've got my headset charging with the black cord and the fan charging with the white cord. And if I had to if I get another accessory that needs some power, my good old battery pack will be able to handle it, I'm sure. The Bobo Vr F2 ventilation system, I would say a very low sound, relatively low volume of air being moved, but it does move air, and you can feel it. And it does have a pass-through charge, so you don't have to run it off of its own battery, but you can, and that's a good thing too. So if you don't want to mess with hooking up 2 cords running to both of the units, you could run this on its own battery. On low, it'll run over 4 hours, and if you need to play for more than 4 hours, well, you probably need a break anyway. So you can charge it up while you're hydrating, taking a little break between play sessions. So that's the Bobo Vr F2 ventilation system. I give it 2 thumbs up. It's a go. If you're waiting to find out if it works, it does. I will have links for it in the description, as well as some of the other gear that we talked about here, and I think you should check it out, and I think you'll be glad you did. And as always, if you liked my video, feel you got anything out of it, by all means, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and show me some love, okay? And leave me a comment. If you loved it, if you hated it, just let me know. I like hearing from you folks, and I don't get enough comments, so let me hear from you. Alrighty then, it's Dave Drawing, signing off. We'll see you next time.